Hey, welcome to this week's update, and today we're going behind the scenes. You know, when it comes to making a short film, a lot of people don't necessarily consider the amount of time, money, and effort that goes into producing something like that. And so over the next few weeks, we're going to go behind the scenes of our latest short film, It Is Finished, which we released back in the spring. If you haven't seen It Is Finished yet, be sure to check out the links below and watch that first before watching our behind the scenes footage, because obviously we're going to be spoiling the storyline of what happens. So today we're going to be going behind the scenes of some of our favorite scenes from It Is Finished. We're going to go into some of the creative process and the production process of how we made it possible. So I hope you enjoy behind the scenes of It Is Finished.
My favorite shot or scene of It Is Finished was definitely the temple scene, simply because there are times as a DP, as a director, you'll get to a location and it's like, okay, this is perfect. This is exactly what we're looking for. Don't have to dress it up at all. But even though that makes it easy, it's not as fun because you didn't build it. But with the temple scene, that was completely 100% built from the ground up, meaning we had 100% control of it was just an empty space in the church auditorium, and I said, okay, we got to make this look like a temple. How can we do it?
The scene at the temple was just awesome. You know, we created that set from scratch, pretty much. We are in an auditorium, did some makeshift pillars, and got some, different decor and things.
We played to the darkness to our advantage, to where you fool the eyes a little bit and say, hey, this actually looks like a really big temple, big space, but it's actually very small. But that's what we did with the pillars, positioning of the camera. There's a shot where the camera's very low and it's looking up, and it makes it look even bigger. So just things like that. Pilot's acting, Jeremy Valentine's acting was phenomenal in that scene. Probably for the first 60 seconds of that scene, there's no audio, he doesn't even say anything. It's just him walking and looking at the water, kind of reflecting. Once again, position of the camera was very important for that, kind of amplify his feeling right there.
You can see in some of the behind the scenes footage that it's very obvious that we are not in a temple. What is in the frame, it very much gives us the proper illusion that we are in a temple.
Hi, my name is Mike Norris. I'm the pastor of the Franklin Road Baptist Church in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And I want to put a quick word in for Must Increase Media and Steeple Studios. This past year for Easter, they did a fantastic job putting together a dramatic Easter presentation, which we showed in conjunction with our big Easter services this past spring. It was a wonderful day. We had a full house. We had folks come to Christ. And the video itself just added so much to what we were trying to do to give praise and honor and glory to the Lord Jesus Christ on His resurrection day. Right now, Must Increase Media, in conjunction with Steeple Studios, are putting together a fantastic Easter presentation for 2019. But real soon, they'll have ready a Christmas presentation for this year. I want to challenge you to get behind it, consider it. You can go online and check them out and what they have to offer. And I want to just say it was a blessing to us, and we want to be a blessing to you. God bless you. I hope you have some big days coming this fall and next year.
The scene with the empty tomb was another one that we really had a fun time making, and was very interesting, very creative, I should say, how it all came and happened. We had the one thing we struggled with finding. The one set was somewhere for a tomb. That was the one thing that when we got to New Mexico was the one location that was not really determined yet. And so we were driving out one day, and our director of photography and producer, Bo, he spoke up and said, "Hey, look at that over there. That kind of looks like it could work as a tomb." I was like, "Wait, what?" So we backed up, we went back, and sure enough, it's just this little crevice in a rock. And we did some things to get creative to make it more feel like an actual cave or a tomb. But I think it turned out looking really, really great for the shot we used it for.
The crucifixion scene, we shot that in the course of an afternoon. And there's no way we can portray what Christ went through, the people that he were jeering at him. You can't, there's no way we know exactly what he went through, but just trying to create that the best we could, or recreate it the best we could, it was very humbling, really. It was like, there's no way we can do this justice, but how can we try?
The moment when Jesus actually says it is finished, and then we see it represented in each character what that means to them. You see in the life of Pilate, who represents what Jesus said, it is finished. It means it's finished in the present. We fictitiously, I know we're kind of taking some creative liberty, but we put him in the temple there, and he actually witnesses the temple veil renting in two. And then we actually go back to the woman when she had brought her alabaster box to the feet of Jesus, and we look at what it is finished means in the past, and we see her, like I said, break that box and pour that ointment on his feet and leave that there at Jesus' feet. And then in the future, we fast forward to the resurrection and how Peter discovers that empty tomb, and I believe that whole sequence from the beginning is something that I pictured, and honestly, I can say that, I mean, really, a lot of times you have, as a director, you have your vision and you have what happens. And this is one of those moments where the vision was what actually happened, rather, was so very close and accurate to the vision. But when it all came together, the cinematography, the pacing, the music, everything in that moment seemed to be perfect, and really just packed that punch that it was supposed to. It really started as a very big vision for the way the story's told. It involved several characters, several locations. In fact, looking back, it was very ambitious in what we were trying to accomplish. There's just so many great moments that was so enjoyable to film, and I think it really turned out great in the end. Well, there you have it. We hope you enjoy it. Remember, we're going to be bringing these updates to you every week. So if you haven't yet, subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Also, like and share these videos with your followers and friends so that they know what's going on too here at Must Increase. If you'd like to get involved with our upcoming short films, you can learn more at mustincrease.com/films or visit the links below. Thanks again for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you for next week's update.